Chapter for the spreading. Everyone in the city started running for their lives, even poor little children with nothing to use to protect themselves. A girl had started running towards her parent apartment, hoping to get away from the half-eaten zombies, afraid what would happen to her with their sounds. Also made he run faster. She ends falling over a broom, which then she sat to examine her leg. Then the zombies that covered the hallways drag her into their kill zone and started eating her leg. She screamed at the pain, and everyone in the apartment heard her screams of death and came out and got bitten as well. And then they started eating at her neck. She screamed more at the pain, even louder, as she was almost dead. And then her parents rushed to her aid with an axe and knife, finding their daughter dead and eaten. The father cut off a female zombie's arm, and it screamed at the pain, yet you would think they wouldn't have pain. And then the mother stabbed a knife into a fat male zombie's neck, making blood splatter everywhere. Then the father picked up his daughter's lifeless body and brought her into their room. Then the girl became a zombie as well and bit her father. The father spined around 5 times in pain, trying to get her off. Then he fell over. Then the girl jumped on her mother and bit her as well. Then people at the top floor went and locked their apartment doors, but it didn't help. The zombies broke the windows and bit them as well. Then a group of 4 people were running to an alleyway hoping to escape the zombies. One of the people threw a flare across the oil that was on the ground, lighting up the alleyway to see if zombies were there. And they saw zombies walking out of apartment doors like a swarm of wasps. They saw this and started doing parkour along the walls, hoping that they could escape. Once they got to the top, they saw that the roof was also covered in zombies. They ended up realizing that there was no escape from this, so they ran and jumped from roof after roof, punching any zombies that were in their way. Then all of a sudden one of the people got shot in the head by the big black figure in the middle of the swarm of zombies. One of the people that was jumping saw the black figure and wondered, why isn't he getting attacked by the zombies? Then he noticed horns on the black figure, then figured it was a demon that had been hiding for a long time. Then he got shot at the heart, making a quick and painless kill. But then the zombies ended up eating his dead body, making him into one of them. As the last 2 people parkoured their way out, their legs were plasma cut off, then got bitten by the zombies as well, but became them as well. As every minute went by, more and more people became zombies. A woman saw this happening and ran to her bunker. The black figure followed her, knowing that she was too smart and had the IQ to escape and survive this new plague. She grabbed her lantern and lit it, then ran downstairs to her bunker, opened it, then went in it and locked. Then she walked over to her chair, leaving her lantern by the door. Then the black figure broke the pure tungsten door down, then smashed her lantern on the ground, making the room go in flames. She fell off her chair, crawling backwards as the black figure walked closer to her. Then, as the room got brighter, she saw it was the long-forgotten demon, the Lord of Death. But people called this demon the Death Lord. The woman whispered to the Lord of Death, "What do you want?" "I want you all dead so I may roam this island, so I may destroy all mankind." The Lord of Death replied to the woman, then grabbed a handle from his back. Then a plasmatic blade popped out the handle, and he stabbed her heart. Then a rush of zombies fell into the room as he walked out. But what he was on the hunt for Jack to end him, knowing he knew how to end this. Chapter 5. Fight back till it's done. As Jack was running towards Michael's bunker, he noticed people were following him to escape the zombies, looking for a resort to be safe. Then Jack ran through the gates, then said to Michael, "Close both gates and bunker trapdoor." "No, you won't make it," Michael replied back. "Do it, that's an order, not a question." Jack yelled back, so Michael closed everything, and Jack slid into the bunker trapdoor. As it shut, then Jack got up from the ground. Michael ran up to Jack and said, "What the heck is going on, Jack? Tell me." All right, I'll tell you, but don't freak out," Jack replied back, hoping Michael would calm down. "All right, what's going on?" Michael replied calmly. "I think Dominic created a new virus with the symbiote virus. And every time a person gets bitten, they turn into these crazy possessed dead people that try to turn you into them. I think I'll call this virus the zombie apocalypse virus." Michael then replied with excitement, "All right, let's get that armor you've been making for the last 3 years. What, it's not ready yet," Jack replied, with afraid that it wasn't ready. Yes, it is. I've tested. It can handle being shot at by 500 rocket launchers and not have a single crack. We need to use this to help mankind now. We can't let them get away with this. Mankind deserves to live, but not as a walking dead plague. Come on, you need to fight for us. Michael yelled at Jack, so Jack replied back, okay, but this will be the first time I'll ever wear it. So Jack walked down to the bottom floor where he kept his armor sitting on stone hollow coffin, and his armor looks similar to the Doomslayer's armor. But instead of green, it's blue. Instead of brown, it's dark gray. And a sliver. Then he grabbed the chest plate and put it on, then the leggings, then the gloves which had tungsten spikes attached, and latched the metal arm cover to stop any infection or stabbing to get in his arm, then grabbed his helmet and checked it to make sure it was working at 100%, then put it on, magnetizing it to the suit so it won't fall off during battle. Then arrows and points showed up in front of him for targeting the enemies that attack him. Then he walked up to the mannequin of a person's dead body holding a machine gun, one of those modern ones from Halo the game, and then attached it to his back. Then walked to the laser cardboard where there was a handle similar to the Lord of Death, and also attached it to his back. Then put plasma packs into his pockets and also his plasma pistol. Then put his dagger into a pocket ready for action. Then he walked up to Michael and whispered, if anything happens to me, send the recording from my ex's camera of the virus and the footage that I've made and what will go on in my suit, and send it to Titan Protocol. Michael knew this meant he was on a mission of suicide at the same time as genocide. Then Michael started to lift up the hangar so Jack could get outside. As it went up to ground level, Jack looked down at Michael, hoping he might see him for last time after he finished. Then, as he got to ground level, he heard people screaming out, WW World Savior, save us, PP, please, help, come help us, please. Then Jack saw their hands covered in blood and screaming and crying while they're being eaten alive. Then heard them one last time, World Savior, save us, please, they're breaking out, let us live, PP, please. Then Jack cocked his machine gun and saw a blue glow come out the cracks of the gun, then shot at the glass, making a blue powerful explosion, creating a crater in the ground. The zombies saw, then ran towards him as he held the trigger, making the gun go on automatic shooting, destroying the zombies one by one every second. Then the zombies that were behind him jumped on his back, trying to get a bite of his neck, but had no success, but instead bowled him over, and he struggled to get back up. So he grabbed out a grenade out of his pocket and pulled the cover off. Then the grenade exploded, destroying the 100 zombies that piled up on him. Then he stood back up and started shooting again, and noticed that he was going to run out of plasma packs quick. So he put the machine gun back on his back and pulled out his knife, then pulled a small lever on it. Then another dagger blade popped out the other side. Then Jack saw two zombies running up towards him. So he created a gravity plasmatic field, hold the double-sided dagger in midair. Then he grabbed the two zombies' heads, then stabbed both of them at the same time, killing them quick. Then pulled their heads out, but wasn't quiet done, yet he saw many zombies still coming towards him, so he pressed a button on the knife, which made oil go down the blades, making the slices far more efficient. And then he threw the knife away, spinning it so fast that it spun 55 times faster than helicopter blades. As it spun, it went over sparking wires, which made both sides of the double-bladed dagger blow into fire, making it more deadly to cut, while burning the zombies' heads off, making the kill more stronger. It spun and cut over 12,000 zombies' heads off, then stabbing straight into a wall. Then what Jack didn't notice is his latch came loose, which was not a good sign, which a zombie was behind him. Then it took a bite into his arm. He felt a powerful surge of pain in his arm, which when he saw the zombie behind him, he injected his knife, which was attached to his glove, and stabbed its head, then saw the bite as blood dripped off. So he latched the arm cover back on and knew he would become one of them. So he started running. He ran for quiet a while deep into the island past the rainforest, hoping to get away before he becomes one of them where he could die without being worried. But the zombies chased him, running at full sprint. As he got to where he wanted to, he saw a cliff where a mob of zombies stood still staring at not moving. So Jack jumped down, then activated his rocket boots, which then failed, which then his helmet detached from his suit and fell on the ground. Then he smacked his head on the rock behind him, which was on the cliff, which was only 10 meters tall, which when his head was now bleeding, and he land on the ground, still conscious, but then all sudden he lost strength and fell on his knees, looked at his hands, and saw that his world was beginning to fade, and passed out. The next day he woke up and found himself near a house, and his helmet was on his head, and he got up and was ready to see what was going to happen. To be continued with part 3.